Hello, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you're here for the first time, go ahead and put if you would, your name in the chat. How much trading experience you have, um, and if you like, you can also put where you're from. All right. So, welcome, guys. This is our Learn to Trade for Beginners class. All right. Learn to Trade for Beginners class. All right. If you're here for the first time, welcome. All right. We don't have any of our experienced traders here. All right. So this is only for beginning traders. All right. So I call this your safe space. All right. So you don't have to feel intimidated by any of our advanced traders. Okay. This morning we go, and I know it's Saturday morning. All right. So I appreciate you guys taking your Saturday to be here this morning. All right. But I won't keep you guys long. All right. Only 30 minutes. All right. So we'll go from 11 a.m. to 11:30. I do want to get some information to you guys. What we do with the beginners class is just basic principles, basic concepts that we want to go over. This information is very repetitive, all right, when as far as beginners, and we do that in such a way so that this information sticks, all right. So you remember it, the basics. Okay, so let's go right into it. All right. Again, only about 30 minutes and then we'll be done. So learn to trade for beginners. All right. My company is Monster Trading Systems. All right. Monster Trading Systems. All right. If you notice here, tagline, fire your broker. So our goal is to empower, right, individuals. All right. We call retail traders. All right. We want to empower retail traders to do their own trading. All right. So Monster Trading Systems. All right. When you guys get a chance, you can go to the website. It's right here, monstertradingsystems.com. All right. You can look at our success stories, testimonials, and different tools, systems, and analysis that we do. All right. Again, David Stephenson, that's me here. All right. There's a bio on the website. All right. So you guys can learn more about me and what we do. All right. As new traders coming into these markets, right? Right. It's equities, Forex, right? Futures, doesn't matter. This information will work with any market. All right. With any market. The first piece of information I recommend, right, to brand new traders is this book. All right. Now, I've had several books I've been trading, guys, for over 25 years, been doing this for a long time. All right. I believe in good information, good resources. Right. There's a few books that I've read through my trading years that literally changed my trading and my life in general. All right. So the first book, Master the Markets with Confidence, Discipline, and a Winning Attitude. That book is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. All right. So write this down. All right. Write this down. You should have something to write with. All right. You're new to this. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. How to master the markets with confidence, discipline, and a winning attitude. Okay. We provide this book when we do coaching free of charge to our coaching students, but you can also go on YouTube. So when we're done here, you can go on YouTube if you're serious about trading. All right, you can go on YouTube, type in Trading in the Zone, and start listening to this audio book. It's a free audio book you can listen to. All right, I can guarantee you guys, as new traders, what the way you think about or what you think trading might be, I can guarantee you it's not what you think. All right. So this book, Trading in the Zone, will help you open up, right, the world of trading for you. All right. So Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. All right. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. We also recommend And we provide 3 guides to our traders. And they do coaching, swing trading, right? Ultimate guide to risk management, and the ultimate guide to technical analysis. All right. Today we're going to focus on technical analysis. All right. Now, brand new traders, most traders, when they come into trading, they always ask me, David, all right, how do I buy, all right, a stock or crypto? Crypto is big right now, right? So, how do I buy a crypto? When do I buy? And then when do I exit? All right, when do I? Well, most traders ask, when do I buy? Right? We never think about how do we exit, right? When do we close the trade? So, when we trade, guys, we always need to know when we're going to buy, when, where we're going to buy, and then exit when and where, right? More particularly, where we are going to exit, close the trade. All right. So, if you guys haven't seen this before, if you're here for the first time, go ahead and take a screenshot or a picture of this chart here on my screen, support and resistance. All right, the keys to your success. So, support and resistance, the keys to your success. I always tell traders, right, go ahead and print it out, laminate it, right? Have it with you. If you're serious about trading, you need this information. All right, so we'll go through it. Support and resistance, the keys to your success. When we trade, guys, when we trade, markets are so random. All right. Markets are so random. They're always moving. And what we have to do as traders, we need to figure out, all right, when to get on and then when to get off the trade. All right. Now, there are different ways to use support and resistance. I use it like this, and I teach traders to do it this way. All right. So I think of support and resistance as a way for us to get on and off the trade. Okay, so think of resistance when the price makes a high. Like right here, here is your price moving higher here. When it reaches a high, right, we just have a high. Okay, so let's say this line here, think of resistance as your ceiling. All right, as your ceiling, price can't go any higher. Think of support here as your floor. All right, so support here is your floor. All right, so let's say support here is $50. Resistance here is $100. All right, so let's go through it. So price is moving higher. Buyers are pushing the price up. Buyers are pushing the price up right here. Buyers are pushing the price up right here. When the price makes a high right here, that to $100, all right, that's just a high. If the buyers push that price again, a second time to the $100 mark, now we've got resistance. Okay, so again, think of resistance as your ceiling. So we are building that ceiling, and I'll go through why this is important. All right, but you guys need to know this as new traders, as brand new traders. We need to know this. This is the basics, but we need to know it. Very, very critical if we want to move forward in trading. All right, if you guys decide to trade, to become a trader. All right. As that price comes up, buyers push that price higher again, and it settles at that resistance level, $100 mark. Now we've got stronger resistance. All right. If buyers push that price higher again, and here, all right. So once, the second time, a third time up here, and the fourth time, guess what? We've got really good resistance here. All right. So the buyers are having a very, very difficult time pushing through resistance. And what's happening? Sellers, all right, are pushing the price back down to support. So there's a battle between buyers and sellers, guys. That's what's going on. And we need to track this information. We need to know what the buyers are doing and what the sellers are doing. All right. And our goal is to piggyback on their move. So support, right? So support down here, right? A low here. So first time is just a low. Second time, all right. Now we've got support. See, support down here. All right. Third time, all right. So sellers are pushing that price below here, pushing that price back down here. All right, pushing that price back down here. And when you guys start looking at charts, look for these support and resistance areas. All right, it happens all the time on many different time frames. All right, so there's a battle between buyers and sellers. So between this area here, we call this consolidation or accumulation, all right, or distribution. And what this is, there's a battle between buyers and sellers, right? They're fighting for position, and the price is stuck between here, right? We call this range bound also. That price is ranging, and we need the price to break out, all right, for either the buyers to be in control or the sellers to be in control, or we call those sellers shorts. All right. So as traders, what we're doing is we constantly waiting, guys, constantly waiting for um, the buyers to give us direction or the sellers to give us direction. Okay. Now, who are the buyers and the sellers? The buyers and the sellers are big institutions, big hedge funds. All right. And the way it works, guys, the way it works is like this. All right. So let's say we had a price up here at $500. Let's say $500 up here. All right. Price came down, right? All the way down to $50 here, right? So $500 to $50. What happens is the big institutions, big hedge funds, what they start to do is build positions down in this area here. That's what they're doing here. They're building positions, what we call blocks of shares, accumulating positions, right, before they move the price higher. Okay. Where a lot of new traders make the mistake is they trade between support and resistance. Now, we can certainly do that. That's called a range bound trade. And there are traders that do really well trading the range, right? But we need to know why we have a range and what's going on here. So we could buy here and sell here, buy here, sell here, short here. We could sell short here, and and move it all the way down to support. We can certainly do that. Your best trade, though, your best trade, especially as new traders, is to follow the trend and wait for the institutions to buy on a break of resistance. So I want you guys to take notes, write this down, please. All right. When we buy, we are going to buy when the price breaks resistance, breaks the ceiling right here. Let me clean this up here. All right. So when we buy, all right, when we buy, whether it's your stock, crypto, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to buy when the price breaks resistance. All right. And we need to buy when the price breaks resistance because the buyers are now in control. All right. So write that down. All right. We're going to buy when the price breaks resistance here. All right. It gets out of all of this consolidation, this range, and we're going to buy when the price breaks resistance here. That's why this is important. All right. Support and resistance, the keys to your success. We're going to buy when the price breaks resistance because the buyers are in control. All right. Not when we want to buy. All right. Only when, right, the price breaks resistance, when the big institutions, big hedge funds, big money managers, right, or we call the 1%, decide to now push the price higher. As retail traders, we don't have enough capital or volume, guys, to push the price lower to break resistance. Only the big institutions can do that. So once they're able to do that, our job is to identify when the price breaks resistance. Now we know the buyers are in control, and that's when we buy. All right, very important. All right, so just by getting this information this morning, you guys know now when to buy. All right, we're going to buy when the price finally breaks resistance here. Now, when do we sell? All right, just as important. When do we sell? We sell when the price breaks support. All right, so let's say, for instance, the price broke resistance here, comes back down, and breaks support right here, we would sell. So we would get in here, get out here. All right, so write this down. If you're serious about trading, I assume you are. That's why you guys are here. All right, so we're going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. We're going to buy on a break of resistance because the buyers are in control. The buyers are in control. We're going to sell, exit, close the trade, get out on a break of support because the sellers are in control. All right, because we know if the price breaks support, sellers are now in control. Guess what? That price could move a lot lower. All right, much lower. So we want to get out. All right, perfect. Again, take a picture of this. All right, if you're serious, print it out, laminate it. All right, and keep it as a reference so you always have it. So that's where that's your first step. Okay, where are we going to enter and when we are going to exit? Okay, not when we want to, when the institutions, hedge funds, right, decide to enter and exit. All right. The next step here, take a picture of this also. This is your roadmap. So once we know when to enter and exit, now we need to know where we're going. All right. Where we're going. So the 4 market phases that every trader must know, this is your roadmap. We can take brand new traders, guys, like you guys, and we can give them this information. All right. And within a few weeks, couple of months, guess what? They know how the markets work, when to buy, when to sell, right? They know the basics. They can manage their trades. Now, they're not going to be making thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they know how to enter the market correctly and get out correctly. That's important. And they know how to stay with the trade from start to from the beginning to the end, start to finish. All right, so this is important. The 4 market phases that every trader must know. As new traders, right, you guys need to know this. And if you're here for the first time, you're lucky to have this information because most new traders, right, don't have this information and they're just winging it out there. Okay. All right. And this is your hard earned money. When you go to trade, it's your money, guys. It's your capital on the line. So we need to know what we're doing. All right. So the 4 market phases that every trader must know. All right. The first phase is the accumulation phase right here. Phase 1. Phase 2 is the markup phase. Phase 3 is the distribution phase. Let me change the color here. Distribution phase. Then phase 4 is the markdown phase. And you guys need to know this as new traders. So phase 1, the accumulation phase. Phase 2 is the markup phase. Phase 3 is the distribution phase. There's only 4. Phase 4 is the markdown phase. Within the markup phase, we've got reaccumulation, and I'll explain that. All right. And then within the markdown phase, we've got redistribution. All right. And again, within the markup phase, we've got reaccumulation. Okay. So let me go through it. Let's go through it. Make sure you have a picture of this. Take a picture. All right. And you guys can always come these videos are saved on our YouTube channel. All right, we have tons of videos. Go through those videos, get this information. If you're serious about trading, now trading is not for everyone. All right, I know that, but if you want to trade, you're serious about trading, go through this information. Okay, so the accumulation phase. You guys remember we talked about in support and resistance, right? Support and resistance. All right, hold on, right here. So support and resistance, we said that price fell from $500. So let's go through it. $500 up here and fell all the way down to about $50, right? And we talked about the institutions, the big institutions. What do? They start to buy here. Here is resistance. Here is support. And the big institutions, they're starting to what? Accumulate, build positions here at $50, not up here at $500. All right. This is where we get in. This is where we get in. All right. So they ran up the price to $500. Now it's on the news, right? Bitcoin is at 60,000. This is where we get in. All right. We didn't get in here. We got in here. Then we wonder why the price is going lower. Well, guess what? They're done buying, right? They're going to take their profits, all right, push that price lower so then they can buy again down here at the $50 mark. All right. So what they do, they accumulate, right? So they're gathering shares of stock at that $50 mark. All right. At a low price, at a cheap price. So they're building, and they're doing that secretively so that we don't know. We don't know. They do not want anyone to know that they're accumulating, buying. When they're ready to move the price higher, it will what? Break resistance. We call that the markup phase. We need to know this. So when they buy here, right, when they push that price higher, when it breaks resistance, we need to buy here. That's the markup phase. That's your trend. All right. Reaccumulation happens when, guess what? Price takes a break just like it did here, breaks resistance. That's new buyers are buying again. Guess what? If we bought here, now they're pushing our price higher. And this could be an opportunity to add to our position here. Reaccumulation, just think of new buyers. These are new buyers entering the market. Okay. Pushing our price even higher. All right. That's the markup phase. So we should be buying here. You know where we buy? We buy up here. Phase 3 is the distribution phase. The distribution phase. All right. Jess, why do we buy at the top? Great question. Great question. We buy at the top because now everyone is talking about it. No one is talking about the stock here when it's at $50 or the crypto here, right? We buy at the top because now it's on the news. Everyone is talking about it. Think of Bitcoin or any other stock, right? What's the big stock right now? Nvidia, right? Everyone's talking about Nvidia, but guess what? It's almost at $900 a share. And I can guarantee you, traders are bought Nvidia at $900, $800 a share on Friday, right? They didn't buy it at $50 or $200. All right, it's just human nature, right? Fear of missing out. What we want to do, great question, Jess, good job, right? What we want to do is buy when the institutions are buying at the bottom, right? We have all heard buy low, sell high, right? Buy low, sell high. No one says, hey, buy high, sell low. Who wants to do that, right? No one wants to buy high and sell low. That's not a deal, right? We want to buy low and sell high, okay? All right, the distribution phase, phase 3, and I'm almost done, I promise. 5 more minutes and I'll be done. All right. So distribution phase, right? As new traders and sometimes as experienced traders, we assume that the price will go on forever. It's going to go up in the markup phase forever, right? But we know as traders that the price will eventually settle like it did here and eventually come down. So that's the distribution phase when the price breaks support here. So we would have bought here on the price break when the price breaks resistance, and we would have sold here when the price breaks support. All right, so let me clean this up so we can see this. All right, so we always remember, we're always going to buy when the price breaks resistance, and we are going to sell when the price breaks support. We're going to buy when the price breaks resistance because the buyers are in control. Sell when the price breaks support because the what? The sellers are now in control. So the price broke resistance here. We would have bought here. And then we would have sold here when the price broke support. So we would have bought here, sold here. Notice we didn't buy down here at support. And then we didn't, sell up here, right? At resistance, we sold when the price broke support because the buyers are in, because the sellers are now in control. Markup phase, markdown phase. Accumulation, markup. Distribution, markdown. Within the markup, we have reaccumulation. Within the markdown, we have redistribution. There's only 4 phases, guys. That's all we need to remember, 4. The 4 market phases that every trader must know. You guys need to know this. All right, so you need to know this. 4 market phases. There's only 4. And then it starts all over again. All right, it starts all over again. So look here. All right, starts all over again here. All right, so 4 market phases: accumulation, markup, reaccumulation, distribution, markdown, redistribution, and guess what? Starts all over again with accumulation. As you guys start looking at charts, start looking, if you look at trading charts, start looking for those 4 market phases. All right, there's only 4. So start looking for those. Okay, so we would have bought here, sold here. All right, waited in the markdown phase. We know sellers are in control. We would have waited for the accumulation phase again, right? Bought here, and guess what? We can now take that price higher. What most traders do, all right, they'll buy up here in that distribution phase. Price goes down, all right, and we're wondering why we are losing money. Or guess what? Right? We're not aware of the markup phase. We're not aware that the institutions are now buying. And guess what? We are waiting. Or guess what? We get in. If we are lucky enough to get in here, right, we take a small profit and get out rather than letting that trade run. Okay? All right, guys. So some good tips for you guys. Some good tips. Here is an example here. We're going to go through just one example, and I'll let you guys go for enjoy your Saturday. All right. All right. One example here, and then we're done. All right. All right. So here, guys, now this is just a trading screen here. All right. With one of our systems. And what I want to show you guys is this here. The reason why we need to pay attention to this. All right. Here is a stock NEO. I didn't put any price in here. I just want you guys to see this, right? This is the markdown phase. Here was a couple of buy signals. And I want to show you guys why this is important here. As traders, what we're doing is we're constantly testing the markets. All right. And we want to take small losses, big wins. All right. So here the price broke resistance. Here is your resistance line here. We had a buy signal here to get in. Price broke support. We got out here. So we took a small loss here. We're just going to focus on the defense. Defense first. As traders, we always focus on offense, how much money we are going to make. We never focus on how much money we can lose, right? So we bought here, sold here. All right. Let's say we lost 5% here. All right. Here we are. Price broke resistance. All right. So we bought here, broke support right here. Here was our sell signal to get out. So let's say we lost about, this might be a little larger. So let's say 6% here. So we lost 5% here. All right, 5% here, 6% here. We are testing. 2 trades, 2 losing trades in a row. But guess what? We got out here on a break of support. The price broke support. Guess what? We'll take those small losses here because guess what? We're not taking this type of loss here. You notice sellers are now in control. These red candles here. Green candles, buy signal. Buyers are in control. They failed. All right. Failed here. Guess what? Look what happened when the price broke support. Right? The sellers pushed the price all the way down here. This could have been a 60% loss had we not gotten out up here. See that? All right. When the price breaks support, guys, just think of that as your floor, right? So it broke support. Guess what? Sellers know, all those big institutions know. They're watching these levels. They're watching these price levels. They're watching support and resistance. All right. So when that price breaks support, right, this is what could happen. All right. But if we take small losses, if we take these small losses, if we get out quickly when the price breaks support, guess what? This will never happen. This will never happen. All right. Now, guess what? Here's the loss. Guess what happens? This is the markdown phase, right? We would have been out here. Look at the markup phase. Look what happens in the markup phase now. All right, when we take a win. Now, we don't take small profits. When that trade catches, right, gets into that markup phase, we're going to let that trade run for maximum profit. So here, it broke resistance here. We got a buy signal, green candles. Buyers are in control. Guess what? We let that price run. Big difference. So here, look here. Here, we're cutting losses. We're getting out quickly. And then here, we're letting our winning trades run. That's what we do as traders. All right. But it all starts here. All starts here. Support and resistance. And we have to understand, guess what? The 4 market phases. This chart here, right here, the 4 market phases is this. And it's also this. All right. All right, guys. I am done. All right. So have a great weekend. We provide coaching. So if you guys want any coaching online, Monster Trading Systems, we've got some great testimonials of our traders. All right. So just go online, check us out. Keep coming. All right. If you're on here, all right, go through some of our YouTube videos. We have tons of videos. Start learning this information. Start getting this information if you're serious about trading. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. I know it's the weekend. All right. You could have been anywhere else, but thanks for coming here. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.